Hey guys!
We're here today to check out a Patreon request from this patrono right here. Ask us to check out a band called Stormkeep. The name of the song is The Serpent Stone. Now, this sounds like power metal or epic heavy metal, whatever which way you want to go. I didn't check anything about the band, so I'm just assuming that based on the name of the song and the name of the band.
I'm thinking more epic power metal.
Is that where you're going with?
Yeah.
Like fantasy world power metal?
Yeah.
Almost something like Twilight Force?
Yeah. Perfect
Okay.
example.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's click play and let's find out.
Yeah.
All right. It's definitely not metalcore.
Yeah. And I'm questioning the whole
Epic power metal.
Yeah.
Maybe it has a slow build up. Looks like some Illuminati shit. Okay, maybe not epic power metal.
Maybe not. Okay.
The only thing we were right about is epic. That's where it starts and that's where it ends.
It is epic as shit, yeah.
Alright, so I don't know if there's such a thing as epic black metal, but I think if there isn't, then this should be it.
Yeah, because it had some characteristics of epic power metal.
But it also had like black metal.
But
it's like black metal, but with...
It had the... I feel like...
It's like a hybrid.
At the start, right at the start, I feel like it had a lot of the epic power metal feel of not the chug, but the galloping
sound, like Hammerfall.
Yeah, that galloping sound from a lot of different power metal bands and epic power metal bands was there, and I'm like, fuck, did we get like double Uno reversed card here? Because first we think it is, then we see the name of the band, then we don't, and now it's actually going to be an epic power metal band, but you know,
disguised as a black metal
as a black metal band. Like they're not allowed to be epic power metal where they're from, so this is how they disguise it, you know.
Okay, I feel like there's elements of both genres in there.
Yeah, because
you know those clean vocals are phenomenal.
I'm happy they were like very back in there, like they're in the mix and like
deep in it,
but very deep into the mix.
Yeah, just like a whisper almost.
Yeah, but it was like a call in the middle of like nowhere.
I know it worked fucking phenomenal. It's like you're lost in the woods and you're like screaming for help. You know? It's fucking phenomenal. I absolutely love it. So you got that. You got. There's other elements that make the song feel epic. Even also not even, but if you also look at the lyrics. The lyrical content and whatever, the story that's telling has that epic vibe to it.
Well, it says something about Chronicles. Maybe it's...
Yeah, I'm assuming this is part of a concept album.
Yeah.
So it has even that plays into that role. So I really feel like this is a little bit of a hybrid. It has elements of, maybe not power metal, but at least, at the very least, classic heavy metal has elements of that, and then it has black metal, and the two worlds, which I never thought that they would
ever
collide. And here we are. Here we are. So I was totally mesmerized by what this song was giving us. And by the way, you know what I'm going to start referring to this? I know I call it ball cupping.
Yeah.
I'm going to start referring to it as grabbing God by the balls. You know, because God is everywhere, right? So if you do this, technically, there's a very high percentage that you're actually cupping God's balls.
But you could also be cupping a spirit's balls. Like a spirit that watches over you?
Yeah, but spirits are not everywhere. Those are different spirits.
But you never know, one day...
But God is technically everywhere.
But you never know. One day, you know, walk into the room somehow, trying to see what we're doing, boom.
No, I think there's more of a chance of God's balls.
There is more of a
chance. Because
he's
he's everywhere, therefore his balls are probably bigger. So there's a chance that I'm getting teabagged right now and I don't even know. So I'm just going to start calling this as... God's balls cupping, or grabbing God by the balls. That's what I'm going to go with. Grabbing God by the balls. I love that. It was like a skinny version of Pablo Escobar, grabbing God's balls there.
And when you flex it, it's like you're angrily like grabbing his balls.
You're squeezing it.
Yeah.
You're trying to get all of that moisture out of it, like all of that juice, all of that sweetness out. Maybe sweetness not a good word.
I don't know about sweetness.
Yeah, maybe bitterness. Maybe bitterness. All of that, all of those juices out of there. You're just trying to fucking milk it. Milk it is also probably not a good word, but anyways.
When we're referring to God's balls.
I mean, if you're going to milk somebody, might as well do his.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Maybe that's what you have to do to get into heaven.
If you do something really bad in life.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tough ticket to get.
It's kind of like Hollywood. You have to suck your way to the top. You got to suck your way to heaven.
It is what it is, my friend. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. I just live with them. So, it's all about that. But anyways, getting back into the song. Is there something... that stands out in when you think of this song, and if I have to put you against the wall and say, okay, what stands out in this track above everything else? Because there's a lot of things happening.
It's those clean vocals. It is those clean vocal parts. I could also say that it's the feeling of the song.
It's a very epic feel.
Epic feel. The song itself is like, it's like slapping you in the face multiple times, because at one point I'm like, it's like an epic power metal song. At the other point it's a black metal song. Then at some point it's together.
Yeah.
And the feeling of that, you know, I never thought I'd ever hear that. It sounds really good. It sounds really, really good. I like that the galloping, you know, I've moved a little bit away from power metal, but what I still love about it was that galloping sound, and also the as the clean vocals were, more of that
not using them in the forefront, but more using almost as an atmospheric.
But the way that they use them in the forefront in those type of power metal songs, trying to hit the high notes and really like this stance. This stance is perfect.
I think you can also do that in black metal though. You just need a different face.
Yeah, different. But this stance is more. I'm more related to power metal.
Okay, fine.
Right, especially when you're hitting a high note and you pull out one of these.
Okay.
So
maybe with black metal it's both hands.
Yeah, black metal you're doing this.
Yeah, you're not only cupping God's balls, you're also cupping whoever God hangs out with.
No, you're cupping one of God's because God probably has huge testes.
Also, like you need two hands.
This is one hand. This is
one testy. This is the other testy.
Black metal, you're able to grab both testes.
All right. I see. It's a more leveled process.
Yeah.
There's more substance. There's more substance. Okay.
And you get that not in the forefront, obviously, like how an actual power metal track would be, but more inside the background, which. Those are two things I still love about power metal, even though I've kind of grown away from it. So you're able to add that with the intensity that black metal has.
The drive.
Yeah, that drive.
The grit.
Exactly, all of that. You're able to add that on with some harsh vocals, dude. Somehow, I don't think I've heard this sound before, but I'm so into it. Yeah. I'm so down for more bands like this on the channel and in my life.
I agree with you. I was really blown away by this because it had I'm with you on the fact that it's
like the best of both genres.
Exactly. But I was just going to say, in terms of power metal, I've kind of not that I've walked away from power metal, but I just don't have the same love affair that I had once.
Yeah.
I think I've not outgrown it, but I need a little bit more in my sound.
We were more of power metal people because that's what we mostly listened to.
Well, in growing up, I was a big guy just in terms of like not only thrash, but in terms of just like classic heavy metal and power metal. I've always gravitated to those genres, but lately I've gone into other arenas, and it's going to take something a lot more impactful for me to like say, oh, this album is outstanding. I almost feel like when I listen to a power metal album these days, it sounds like something I've heard before already. But anyhow, it's neither here nor there. The important element for me with this track is that it has the best, like you said, of both worlds. It has that great power metal, classic heavy metal feel to it, especially with the vocals and even the sound of the galloping riffs at times. But then you also bring in those gritty black metal vocals, like, you know what I mean, like from Romania, like whatever.
Romania.
I don't know. When I think of like, I always think of like, like Count Dracula. No.
Okay.
I mean, if he was into metal, he probably would be into black metal.
Yeah, true.
So I don't think I'm that far off with the coffins and all that. That's totally black metal. Are you telling me Transylvania is not like a bedrock of black metal?
With the coffins and everything, he was more like.
Funeral
Hot
Doom?
Topic kid.
Funeral Doom?
Dracula was a Hot Topic kid.
Oh, God. So he was emo.
He was emo,
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck. See, here I was thinking he was more black metal.
No, he was more Panic at the Disco.
Oh, fuck. All right, My Chemical Romance? All right, I see where you're going with this. So anyways, I love this track. I was really... the thing that surprised me the most was the clean vocals. I think that's what surprised me the most.
That is what surprised me the most.
But the track is so good because it blends in all of these different things and somehow it makes it all work. It feels right.
Yeah.
So I'm down with Stormkeep.
Like I said, I don't think I've heard something like... Maybe I have.
Maybe I have, but it doesn't ring a bell right now.
But it doesn't ring a bell right now. And I think that's probably because maybe it wasn't done right, or maybe I liked it, but at the time I wasn't so into that type of music. But now, perfect timing. I'm into the perfect sound.
I agree.
This is it.
The song sometimes feels very gritty and sometimes it feels very polished.
Yeah.
It has these two worlds that somehow you don't think that they could coexist, but somehow they're coexisting. So it's perfect. I like it too. Thank you to the Patrono that asked us to check out Stormkeep. Thank you for watching at home, and keep grabbing God by the balls. See you at the next video.
See ya.